Is it working? I'm so I had so many tough technical difficulties. I think we're here. I think it's working. Oh my goodness. Hello everybody. Hello, hello. I am hoping this is gonna work. I am really hoping. Oh my god. Okay, I think YouTube, maybe I might have to press go live. Let's see if it actually like I mean, I'm really hoping it went live and oh, it did. All right, cool. I had to try something new. I had to do like all sorts of like magic. That's why I'm slightly late. Anyway, we are waiting for everybody to join the chat to get notifications and everything. I'm just setting us all up. We're live on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so it's a lot to manage, but it's going to be fun. Uh, because wait, what happened? What happened here? This is where I meant to be. Hi Michelle. Hi Dogcott. Hello. Welcome. 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 I published this. King Luna is officially here. Oh my god, that like the whole series. Wait, I should have brought the whole. I have it right here. The full stack. The full stack. What the heck? What the heck? I don't know how this happened. Oh my gosh. Okay. Like, yeah. Michelle says it's insane. Holy shit, you wrote a whole series. Except you said shite, which is funny. I did though. How did this happen? How did this happen? I. It's like if I want it to be in order when it's standing up, I have to like flip them all around. Let me see. Let me see. Oh my god. Yep. Wild. Wild. Last night we were briefly live on Twitch to like unbox these for the first time. It is very thick. Yes. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks for resubscribing. Thank you, Michelle. That was really sweet of you. Um, I need to put my headphones in so that I can hear alerts. But yeah, I can't even believe this. I basically like I've been trying to pick which excerpt to read and I'm stuck. Like I'm torn. I'm torn between a couple. So I think I think I chose one. I'm just not sure. Like I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Anyway, I'm hoping that YouTube is surviving because it's acting a little silly. It says that it's live. Oh well. Um, I thought it would be fun to do it twice. So I have like both of your chats up. Is the excerpt smutty? No, it can't be. No, the chapter before it is extremely. So okay, there's like two. I'll give everybody a choice. There's two excerpts that I could read. I also am going to tell you about the book. I'm just letting people filter in. The two choices that I'm torn between are like this serious-ish but cute conversation that they have before, like in King Luna. Basically, they are going on this trip where they're going to be like, oh, my charity campaign is still on. Let me turn that off. They're going to be going on a trip to Sweden to basically have this crazy gladiator competition that all of the alphas have in every pack across the world, like every year, to see who is the strongest alpha in the world each year. So Noah thinks that's really dumb. Um, but they have to do it basically because there's like all this wild stuff happening where there's like terrible alphas like who are domineering. They want all like total full control over everybody, which is bad. Um, yeah. So they have to win basically in order to prevent them from taking over. Uh, that's what this book, it has a lot of different things in it, but before they leave for that trip they have like kind of a serious conversation, but then once they're on the plane there's just a very cute scene with the two of them where they have like a cute conversation together, and I didn't know if that might be more fun to listen to, you know what I mean? So I'm a little torn, but I think I think that maybe I'll just stick with chapter 7. I believe it would be a good teaser. But yeah, so King Luna, just as a little background to it. Also, I really think that YouTube is glitching somehow, um, which is very unfortunate. So I'm very sorry about that. Hopefully people will still be able to join. But basically, King Luna is the third book in the My Shy Alpha series. So let me show you them one by one. This is book 1, My Shy Alpha. Oh, yay! Yay! Someone found the YouTube live stream. Hi, Jaguar Books. Welcome. Sorry, I know there's like 2 events on there and it's kind of messed up, but hopefully it works out. Thank you for joining. So yes, this is book 1, My Shy Alpha. Basically, it starts off with Aaliyah, who is like, she has OCD and PTSD. She's an abuse survivor who has escaped an abusive relationship. Sorry, Michelle said that's very homophobic of YouTube. Don't they know what month it is? Yeah, exactly. So Aaliyah has escaped an abusive relationship and she is looking for actual true love now. She's like not entirely sure that it's out there and it exists. And then she follows her very steamy dream into the forest and meets Noah, who is on the cover with her in all of these books. So clearly he's her fated mate, because she doesn't know that werewolves exist. In this book they're called lichens. She doesn't know that they exist, but she finds out. She's like thrown into this world, and spoiler alert, not really, because it's like in the beginning of the first book, she doesn't even know that she has some lichen in her herself. So by book 2 she has gotten involved in the community a lot more, because it's a very culture shock type of moment. She also is like building her self-confidence. She has like a huge setback book 2 that she has to work through in order to achieve her goals of what she wants in life with Noah. And they get really, really close by book 2. Then in book 3, also book 2, like a lot of stuff happens. There's like some crazy there's like a crazy stalker wolf that keeps finding them. There's these like alpha domination people who just keep coming, and they're like, we are owed all of everything because we're better than everybody else, basically. All that great stuff that Noah is very against, and he's always been outspoken about. But he's like so strong that no one can do anything about it. So like all these alphas try to fight him on it, but he is too powerful. He's undefeated. So by book 3 they have to go to this alpha summit, which I just explained is basically a glorified gladiator competition amongst all of the pack leaders in the world. So they all convene in one place. This year it's in Sweden, but they don't really know where some of these creepy alpha domination guys have gone that broke off from their hometown's pack. And it turns out that has been happening in a lot of places around the world. Their allies are like, uh-oh, I think that this is actually a global super pack forming. Oh, hi, hello, welcome, Midnight Cinderella. So they're like, yeah, this is bad. We better stop them. Uh, and in the meantime, spoiler alert, cover your ears if you haven't read books 1 and 2, okay? They have really wanted kids this whole time. Book 3, like by book 3, she's pregnant. So they're expecting a baby, and that's kind of bad while they're at this event because it's dangerous. No, I didn't forget. Of course I didn't forget. I know who you are. Um, I just am saying your username. Do you tell me how you want me to refer to you? Okay. Yeah, so she is worried that she's putting herself in danger, um, but they have no choice because if Noah doesn't win this Alpha Summit, basically it's at risk. Yeah, she's pregnant on the cover, I know. But you don't know for sure, right? Um, yeah, so basically they want to prevent these alphas from taking over. Has to win this global competition. Also, throughout all of the books, there's like this murder mystery because they didn't know that their fathers knew each other. Like, their fathers were best friends, but these two never met because Aaliyah was kept away from this werewolf community. In book 3, we find out how they died. They got murdered somehow. That's what their theory is. So they want to find out if that's true, if they did get murdered somehow, or if it was truly an accident, but both of them are pretty confident it wasn't. So we find out what the real answer is there. Christina says, "Hi, oh no, your Twitch account was locked. Oh dear. Well, thanks for joining me on YouTube, joining all of us. Yeah, so that's what book 3 is about. It's also incredibly spicy. I feel like I gave you a bunch of plot things, but like in the meantime, they are having a time. you know, they they know each other extremely well. There's also some like gender fuckery, so that's a thing. Basically, they're coming to terms with their identities in a very new way for both of them in book 3, which I've been very excited about. It's like werewolf gender identity. So they are not exactly what they feel like they were assigned as their werewolf genders. So that is yeah, yay, gender fuckery. It does imply murder in book 1. Yes, exactly. I I thought so, but then I was like, you know, they still don't know like the real answer. So we don't really know if that's true or not. That's just their theory, but we can trust that they have pretty good judgment on that. Yay! Yay, pride flags in the chat. Put some pride emojis in the chat. Happy Pride Month. That's also why I wanted to debut this during Pride Month. Oh my god. These two are also bisexual. I know it looks like on the cover that they're like a cishet couple, but joke's on you. Okay. I'm going to read. You have the trans flag on your phone? Oh, that's cool. Was that what you were showing me? I think Michelle was showing me like when they were sending a text, it like put the pride flags up, which is really cool. I'm gonna snooze ads. Appearances are only skin deep, says Midnight Cinderella. Okay, so I think what I'm going to read for this one is chapter 7, which might seem kind of random, but let me double check. I'm so torn because okay, I also like it's between this and then part of chapter 9 because like what do we want to hear? Do we want to hear like a serious conversation that's setting up where they're going and what's happening in this book, or do you want to hear like a cute moment? because when they're on the plane, they have a cute moment. um, all right. Uh, Mini Shell Design says cute moments. I was just giving you a moment because that's a lot of moments. I was giving you a second for it to because there's like a slight lag. Um, oh, you didn't have the trans emoji on your phone? That's really weird. I'm glad that it's back. Um, that's so weird. But yeah, okay. You're okay with either E? I think I should just do the cute moment. So, what has happened so far to catch you up? Um, Either one says doll cost here. Let's just do that. I think it'd be fun. Like a cutesy thing. We've already had the spoiler. So we're gonna just start in chapter 9. I'm gonna start like a little bit in the smirk. Yes, there's a I Doll Costier was one of the beta readers for King Luna, and your comment made me laugh because like he was like I foresee a Mile High Club moment happening. And I was like, I could have. I thought about it. Did I? No. Don't want to disappoint you, so I'm just telling you now. No, but there's a cute moment, okay? So I think because this cute moment's long, I'm gonna start a little bit into the chapter. So for context, they are on an international flight, so they also have like special tickets. Their pack got them some nice tickets in first class. Basically, they're tasked with saving the Lycan world, so it kind of makes sense. But Aaliyah was very excited because she's never been on a first class flight before, and they have seats that are like right next to each other, so they're getting to like whisper and chat, and they are adorable. So if I must say so myself, I think we will start on page, like technically it's page 101. Don't get scared by that. I know it's like sounds like it's like farther in the book, but like it's gonna be fine. Because I could have done chapter 1, but I wanted you to have a part with Noah, because we all love the two of them together. So, yeah, I think we will get started. I'm just nervous. Okay. It's like at the middle-ish of the page, by the way. I don't know what it is on the... Yeah, exactly. The thickness of the book, it's not that far in. I don't know what it is on the ebook, unfortunately, what page, but here we go. I don't think we lost any other context. I'm just trying to remember. 600... Well, the ebook says 600 pages. This book is 500 in the print version, so... Whoops. Oops. Okay. Let's see. But as the plane jerks back, driving onto the runway, every sensation in me is replaced by fear. I grip Noah's hand hard enough to turn my fingers white. A furious, commanding urgency in my gut tells me to lean past the dividers at our sides and check out the window, ensuring we're safe, then check it again. That's OCD talking. I know it. That doesn't stop OCD from holding an absolute chokehold over my brain, shuffling me in my seat in discomfort. Noah's protective scent rushes past the fabric covering my nose, but it's not enough to settle my racing, shallow breath. What's going on, Luna? I groan. Damn it, I thought I worked on this enough with Jenny. Are you scared? Yes, but I don't want to miss out on your first game of 20 questions. Noah's eyes widen as I visibly quiver. If I wasn't so freaked out, I'd laugh, rubbing his arm to reassure him that I'm not dying, but I'm not so convinced myself. Okay, you're sure it's not an avoidance compulsion to play that game instead of facing your fears head on? Good point. I frowned, thinking through the details. I normally wouldn't be so sure, except my brain is demanding that I consistently check outside the window to make sure we're okay, which usually means it's time to live my life as I would without the obsession nagging at me. Got it. Then how about I ask the first question to get us going? Okay, I clutch his hand. Noah grips my hand back, allowing me to squeeze harder. It's cathartic enough for me to take a deeper breath. But Noah focuses hard, conjuring his first question with a deep stare into the blank screen in front of us. When his eyebrows raise, I lean in, curious what's stirring sudden shyness in our bond. Lowering his voice, Noah turns to me with serious, furrowed brows over his puppy dog stare. Who was your first crush? Tension washes from my limbs as I erupt into giggles. Are you trying to make yourself jealous? Noah grins, softening his expression. No. Everyone who made the mistake of leaving you should be insanely jealous of me. Oh no, ads. Oh no, ads. Did it snooze in time? Oh no, I'm gonna have to pause. I feel so bad. Is it happening? Oh my god. I didn't account for this. I'm so sorry. I couldn't snooze in time. Did I miss it? Oh my lord. It's still lagging, so I don't know. I don't know. YouTube ads? Or is it Twitch? Did I do it in time on Twitch? I'm so sorry. I hope I did. Okay, this reminds me. Context, I forgot. Noah has never played 20 questions before. It's a human game. This is his first time playing 20 questions. I think that you can still hear me. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'd snoozed in time. I'll keep an eye out. Okay. So the ad for the ads for Twitch. Oh, well, that's good then. So you didn't get them. I did it in time. Okay, back to the story. I didn't want anyone to miss it. So Noah says, no, everyone who made the mistake of leaving you should be insanely jealous of me. I bite back a smile. Well, actually, my first crush was Amy. Noah's eyebrows lift, a much milder reaction than I anticipated. But within seconds, his true surprise explodes in our bond. It's not what it sounds like. It's more like... I laugh. I was 6, and I thought she was the most powerful girl I'd ever seen. I wanted to be just like her. Then, when everyone thought I was a weirdo, she was so kind to me, which is my weakness. Noah breaks into a massive smile. It is, huh? Yes, I laugh, gazing straight into my mate's adoring eyes. But I quickly realized I loved her as a forever friend, and it was more of a deep admiration thing. Noah softens into a gentle smile, his thumb tracing my palm. Cute. So fucking cute. Clearing my throat, I fidget with Noah's thumb. Well, until college, when we kissed on the lips for fun, and I realized I was attracted to girls too. But then she met Kira about a week later, so nothing else happened, of course. Noah tilts his head. Was that hurtful? I'm so relieved that he's not upset that a fizzy excitement spreads throughout my chest. I break into a smile. Not too hurtful, thankfully. I felt more connected to her as a best friend, so it was actually a bit of a relief to not have any dating expectations. Noah hums in understanding, dropping his stare to our hands. I nudge him with my shoulder. Your turn. I want to know the same answer to the same question. Oh wait, sorry. I want to know the answer to the same question. Your first crush. My turn? Shit. Noah flushes bright red. I didn't think it'd be turned around at me. I laugh. It doesn't have to be. Actually, I should have deflected your second question with a question of my own, but bending the rules for this game is more fun. And I'm really curious. We haven't talked about our exes much. Well, beyond Steven. As Noah's expression morphs into a disgusted glare at the thought of my ex, I can barely contain a laugh, even as the plane lifts its nose. Noah captures my full attention with a tighter squeeze of my hand, keeping our eyes locked as we lurch into the air. My first crush, Noah clears his throat, was another boy, too, but not as a friend. My heart hammers, but I break into a smile. I don't know if Noah identifies as bisexual or if he considers himself pansexual, omnisexual, or something else on the bisexual spectrum, but I've always been curious to know how fluid his sexuality has been for him. How long did it take for him to accept this piece of himself, living in a different social structure than mine? Lycans seem decades ahead in supporting queerness, but that doesn't mean it's been easy. I can't stop my curiosity from pouring out. A Lycan boy? Did you tell him you liked him? Wait, sorry, that's 2 more questions. Noah frowns. Our version should allow more questions, I think. Like 20 subjects instead, or 20 questions per subject, knowing us. Grinning, I snuggle in closer. I love that. Then, did you tell him? Noah softly smiles, but he fidgets with his seatbelt, his wolf just as antsy in our bond. No, I didn't tell him. What was he like? He was, his eyes dart away from mine. He was all alpha. My heart flips. At first, I thought Noah was shy about telling me about liking a boy for the first time. But now that I'm face to face with my sweet mate, I think he's shyer about liking another alpha than anything else. Is the ad running again? I'm so afraid that it's gonna knock you guys out from being able to hear. I'll just continue and yell at me, and I'll go back if it does. How did you realize you liked him? I ask. Well, it's embarrassing. He runs his fingers through his wild hair, messing the dark strands further. I couldn't stop watching him chase this rabbit around. I thought it was the coolest thing. My mouth opens, but my breath catches. Wait, watching him? Like, from the bushes? Yep, like an absolute weirdo. Oh, the ad started. No, I'm so sorry. I don't want anyone to miss this. We have a little bit longer. Also, this is like literally terrible timing, but it only lets me snooze it for like 5 minutes or less. Unfortunate. It should be back in a second. Oh my god, Cloud can't hear me, but hello, welcome. Yes, you have ads. They yelled at me, thankfully. Well, they didn't yell at me, honestly. No one said much. they were very calm about it. Okay. Let's see. We are almost through the section that I wanted to. We're like halfway through, so we're almost there. But E says, has everyone had their fiber today? Benefiber is my ad. What's yours? Oh my god. Oh, I was watching like a Sims stream 2 days ago, I think, and I got like an ad for like some really graphic game, and I was like, I don't think this is the right audience. We're so backed as Cloud. Who needs a Black & Decker vacuum? Oh my god. Okay. Thanks for waiting. Thank you for your patience, everybody. I'm going to go back. Now we have 15 minutes, so this won't happen again. That was just terrible timing. Yay. Okay. Oh. Oops, I accidentally flipped to the next page. Okay. So Noah says he's chasing this rabbit around, thought it was the coolest thing. And then Aaliyah says, wait, watching him? Like, from the bushes? Yep, like an absolute weirdo. Noah rubs his forehead, wavering between laughing and sighing through the mortification in our bond. But he could never catch the fucking rabbit. I bite my lips to keep from laughing, but it's not doing much to help. I'm forced to hold my breath, trying to think of anything else. With one look at me squirming in my seat, Noah breaks into hearty giggles. I can't help but laugh with him, gripping his wrist as I lean in. So then what? I wanted to catch it for him one day, but some other alpha beat me to it, and my crush was so angry. Noah's eyes widened. But then they started kissing, but with too much tongue? I burst out laughing with Noah, and his grin widens, which is when I realized I wasn't ready for this courting thing yet and ran away. Noah and I dissolve into giggles, leaning into each other for support. Oh my god, I wish I could have met little Noah. How old were you? Only about 8. Ugh, you cutie. I'm going to explode with affection when I see your little one. Noah's smile gushes at the thought of our pup. He huddles closer to kiss my mark. Me too, sweet Luna. Shivers race down my spine as Noah's fingers trace my small bump, filling my belly with warmth beneath his gentle touch. I stroke our future pup with him, our bond igniting in the brightest, adoring hum. I still have no idea if it works, but I've been mind linking our pup anyway. I can't wait to see your dad holding you. My turn, Noah says. I blink, almost forgetting what we're doing, but Noah's hyper grin alerts my wolf's ears, perking them up to the sky in our bond. Rubbing slow, wide circles over my stomach, Noah flutters my heart into my throat. Speaking of this one, how does it feel to carry them this week? I know you're beyond tired and have a lot of uncomfortable physical symptoms, but other than the round ligament pain, does it feel like a lot of pressure in here? My heart flips. He's been so curious about my feelings and sensations during pregnancy. It makes me feel seen. I smile, stroking my belly with him. Actually, yeah. The bigger they're getting, the more pressure I feel on my bladder, especially. We laugh, knowing how obvious that is by how many times I keep interrupting our lives to pee. And you know how it's making all my organs travel? Noah winces, but he's still smiling. Oh yes, I will never forget that vivid imagery. I laugh. Well, I still feel that strange sensation sometimes, and that's probably the most off-putting type of pressure, just because of the thought of it. Otherwise, I actually kind of like the thought that they're still growing bigger in here, and that's why I'm having to stretch and adjust so much. Goddess, that's... Noah's eyes brighten, widening my smile. You're precious. It's not too unbearable, though. I definitely notice it, but it's not too bad this week. I'm imagining the pressure part will feel way more intense later on, but I don't know how much either. I'll have to tell you what it's like. Wild, excited eyes flit between my stare. Instead of asking another question, I grin, waiting. Sure enough, Noah blurts out his thoughts. Would you like to give our baby a nickname for now? One we can use between us, at least until we think of more names? Joy floods my heart. I sit straighter than I have all day, clinging to Noah's hoodie. Really? He chuckles, slowing his hand until he cups my belly. Is that a yes? It's okay if it feels like too much. I just feel like constantly calling them the baby is too vague for how attached I already feel. Dropping my forehead against his shoulder, I groan. That's so cute, it hurts. It makes me want to bite you. Noah laughs, softly gripping my open jaw. You're probably serious about that, Mother Wolf, so I'm going to put you back in your own seat before I get mauled. Breaking into giggles, I allow him to lift my head off him. Meeting my eyes, Noah's irises seem to sparkle even beneath the dim cabin lights. I'm delighted by every inch of his existence. How in the world will I be able to handle how much I'll love his child? Softening my voice, I beam back at him. I've been calling them little one sometimes, but I think with how sweet and adorable you are, we'll have to call them something even cuter. Noah's eyebrows raise. Wait, you mean you've been calling them that in your head? My cheeks flush hot. Yes. And I know it's a little silly, but I've been trying to send them my thoughts too. Through MindLink? Noah's eyes widen and my heart thumps faster. When I nod, Noah groans. Planting a soft kiss on my lips, Noah smiles against my mouth before pulling back to stare me again in the eyes. What the hell? That's way too cute. You must really be trying to kill me this week. I laugh, shaking Noah's arm. Stop saying that. I love you to death. Raising one eyebrow, Noah breaks into a sly grin. You're not helping your case. He startles another laugh out of me, but a flight attendant eyes us from down the row, so we duck closer, giggling beneath our breaths like teenagers in the back of class. Do you really think they can hear me, though? I whisper. I know your mom and sister think so from the feelings they got while pregnant, but what do you think? Noah hums, sweeping his wide palm over my belly once more. I'm melting into a gooey mess with every stroke, huddling closer to him as he beams down at me. We'll have to look through the books we packed, but I believe it, especially since you're carrying a blood bond with them. We just don't know for certain how soon they can hear it, which I've been really curious about too. Pups don't know how to respond to us through MindLink until they learn how to talk, and they can't remember anything from the womb once they're older, of course, so maybe we'll just have to see what they think. See if it feels like they're replying to us in their own way. My heart flutters. So, in the meantime, your sweet baby might be able to at least feel this love you and I are sharing in our bond, don't you think? And I might be able to feel them reacting in some way? Blinking rapidly, Noah presses his forehead to mine. Our bond swells with elation, speeding my breath into short bursts. I'm pretty sure, yes. Just like they can feel your other emotions, or you can feel mine. Theirs just might be more vague to us for a while. I can hardly contain my excitement. It's reflected in Noah's rising smile as he spills into giggles with me. Using one finger to trace gentle circles over my swelling uterus, Noah whispers as softly as he can. This little wolf in here is going to be so lucky. My heart muscles squeeze tight. That's how I feel whenever I think of you holding them as sweetly as you hold me. Noah's chest rises. As Noah's chest rises, my stomach flips at the loving intensity in our bond. Grasping Noah's hand, I hold our baby with him, my heart throbbing with joy. But my eyes widen. That sounded so cute just now, actually, what you just said. What if we call them that for now? Little Wolf. Noah blinks. Then he breaks into the biggest smile, his eyes crinkling as he brushes my nose with his. Little Wolf. That's way too sweet. I love it. We're a mess of giggles, whispers, and soft touches. If we weren't so tucked away, I'd feel terrible for expressing this much mushy PDA, but I can't help myself. Each touch seems to erase every last ounce of stress we both carried for weeks. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop here. Oh my god. Okay. I wanted to give you Little Wolf's nickname. But yes, that was part of chapter 9, right? 9? Yes, not 10? Yes. Chapter 9. And they are about to go on a wild journey. Thank you for listening. I am not caught up on the chat, but oh my god. Would you say I thought this was a moment, not a whole chapter? Rude. Oh my god. Anyway, so I think, would you like to do a Q&A still? We can also just get started with signing book orders from my website. But it is always fun to do a Q&A. So if you would like to ask any questions about this book, anything in general, we can get started with that now. Oh, I already see a question. And then, yeah, we have lots of books to sign. I believe, let's see, I need to pull that up. I'll pull that up right now, and then I will get started with your questions. I'll let you have a second to think of one if you would like to ask anything. It doesn't have to be about this series, but of course, it can be. And it probably makes sense that it would be, huh? Okay. I have my orders pulled up for when we get to that. Cloud asks, how did you create the characters in this series? And oh my gosh. So the main two characters, basically I was like really wanting to make some characters that I loved as much as I love my characters in Soul Survivors. So I was like, I want to have a relationship that is very deep and adorable. But Aaliyah, she is like, she has PTSD, she has OCD, she's a preschool teacher, and um, so she's like, she has like, I wouldn't say like a total bubbly side, but compared to Noah, absolutely. He's like, he he's a shy alpha, as the story says, of course, but he also takes no shit. Um, so he has some, I wouldn't say like sass, because he's very like stoic about it still, but I think that they complement each other really well, because Aaliyah has like, she kind of has like, yeah, and Noah, she like brings out the goofy side in him. So outside of that, he's just kind of keeps to himself. He's like total introvert. But she definitely brings out like a more bubbly side. So I could see why you'd say that, um, but yeah, I think that I wanted to create the two of them to complement each other in terms of their massive character arc. So Noah has a lot of like Aaliyah has done a lot of work on herself. Noah has done some too, because he also has PTSD, but he hasn't fully accepted a lot of like deep things about himself. Whereas Aaliyah is working on it. Like, she still has setbacks, but um, they kind of like draw out each other's best sides, I would say. So and that was like the intention the whole time of like why I created them like they did. I wanted to just like create them to complement each other. So that's how I created those two main characters. The rest of them kind of came as it went. Like, as I was like, okay, I want to have like Aaliyah have like multiple best friends. Noah has his best friend, and I love Yaz. She's like, his best friend is like, I don't know, I think she's just hilarious. She just has like, speaking of sass, I would say she's pretty sassy too, in a way that Noah also is. Like, they work well together, and they can like poke fun at each other without being rude, if that makes sense. Like, they all the friends in this book love each other. So yeah, I think like once I had the main two characters, it was easy to just like branch out, and go from there. But yeah, thank you for the question, Cloud. I appreciate it. Uh, Dolkov Seer says, "What made you choose where the summit would be, and where the other alphas are from? Like, what made you pick those places for the packs to be?" Good question. Okay, so um, most of the time, like, I wanted a couple of things to happen. So with this summit, if you missed the beginning of the stream, basically like throughout this book, they have to go to this alpha summit, which is like that gladiator competition, to try to win the King Alpha title. Noah is the one competing. Aaliyah is not doing that while pregnant. But so he has to like fight all of the top leaders of the pack to try to be the strongest one. But basically, like, when choosing where these packs would be, I wanted to make sure there are places with like foresty or remote areas somewhere involved, and most places across the world do have places like that, so it was okay, like easy to do that. But for it was a little tricky for a couple things. So first of all, I wanted to like have like all across the globe types of representation, but like it just made sense to have some type of why am I forgetting the term? Oh, like Scandinavian country as like one of the top alphas to me, just because there's so much like rural wildlife there that I was like, this makes sense for a werewolf pack, right? And Noah is from the Pacific Northwest, so that covers like the West Coast, and like his one of his closest allies is in Idaho. Originally, it was going to be California, but I didn't want it to feel too like this is the problem. Okay, so we had a major discussion about this, like me and like a couple different people, because like I wanted there to be like jerky alphas, and I didn't want them all to be just from red states because I felt like that was inaccurate. Because like there's all to oh shoot, there's an ad. Sorry, I'm still gonna finish probably answering this question. Oh, except the person who asked the question is having an ad. Maybe I'll wait 1 second. Oh my gosh, and I'll get some water. Um, it was pretty tricky to like decide which ones were where though. Uh, but yeah, I'm trying to think of like what else I want to say about that before we come back. But basically, by jerky alphas, I'm talking about like those alpha domination obsessed people. Um, okay, it might be back. Not book related, but what's on your lapel? I can answer that really fast before finishing that question. It's a little Totoro. It's a Totoro patch. Isn't it cute? Okay, I think we're back from ads. I will finish answering the question. So, what I was last saying, we had a discussion about this because I didn't want it to be like there's all sorts of people all across the world that have different belief systems regardless of what they live, right? So I didn't want to be kind of like separated into like the villains are in the red states and like in the US, you know what I mean? Um, so if you're not in the US, I'm sorry for our existence right now. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I didn't want that to be a thing. So Reed, one of Noah's closest allies, is from Idaho. And then some of the jerky alphas are from Illinois, which I love Illinois. My family, some part of my family is from Illinois. But we had to have someone who's a jerk somewhere. And they had to be from the US, in my opinion. They had to be from here. And then, of course, there was also the Florida alpha. And the main villains like Mason Hart, who like left Noah and Aaliyah's pack. He obviously is from their pack in the Pacific Northwest. So anyway, otherwise their top allies I wanted to be from other parts of the world. So I wanted at least like somebody in Europe, someone in different types of Asian countries. Obviously, there's like East Asian, Southeast Asian, and also like yeah. So there's a lot of different choices. But I also made their other allies from Aotearoa, which I am saying badly because I can't roll my R's. I'm so sorry. That's like what we know as New Zealand. That is its indigenous name. So I wanted them to be from there because of course there would be some badass powerful alphas. Like, have you seen the animals there in New Zealand and Australia? They've gotta be absolutely badass, right? So those are like their really strong alpha allies. Anyway, thank you for your question, Dogcloth. Let's see. Cloud asked a question too. Wait, let me just make sure. I'm making sure we didn't miss any others. Cloud asked, I'm so interested in also in how you gather your wolf lore to be what it is in the series. It's so detailed. Oh, thank you. I have read a lot of different werewolf books. So like everybody, like the theme of what happens with this genre is like authors will all have their own take on very similar pieces of lore, but they'll have like their own twist on it. which I guess kind of goes with a lot of different mythological or paranormal types of creatures, but it's kind of like especially with this. So the reason why I wanted to do werewolves is because I find it really fun. I like soulmate types of stories, so like fated mates is always fun to write about, and I also thought it would be an interesting opportunity to like chat about gender because I always am very interested in that topic, obviously, as a trans person. But I feel like the way that, like, when I was younger and reading these things, uh, I don't know, when I was in like late teens, early 20s, like Omegaverse type stuff, which is very wild, very wild genre, as you can see from this book. uh, it was like the closest thing to having trans rep as possible. Um, Michelle says, "Is it because you're furry?" Oh my god. um, by the way, I love furry. Like people, everyone I know who's a furry is literally like the nicest, most badass human being I've ever met. But I personally am not a furry. uh, anyway, um, yeah, I it was like the closest to trans rep as I had seen in a genre, um, with like, because obviously like there would be all these like men in relationships in these books where one of them had like the organs that I have. So I was like, wow, the closest I will ever get to trans man representation in my lifetime. Um, before I started making it myself. And then more people, thankfully, were more too. Obviously, people have done this before me. I'm not saying that. But that's how I felt at the time. I had never seen anything else like that. So I think because I just read a lot of it, and I also like when I was younger, I got really obsessed with like not werewolves, with wolves. So I like learned all about like werewolf biology. I was like, I'm gonna be like a biologist that helps with conservation with for wolves. Why do I keep saying werewolves? Anyway, so that in combination basically allows me to do a lot of a lot of werewolf lore madness. But yeah, if you know something like the ins and out of something pretty well, it's very easy to twist it in your own direction. So I wanted it to be like combining all of this knowledge I had with like gender theory because it dives into like gender roles. Obviously, Noah is like not a conventional what like all these other alphas. Yeah, werewolf conservation. um, Noah's like not following what these all these other alphas like toxic masculinity idea is of how he's supposed to act. So like from the very start, he's always been kind of against that, and at the same time, he's like super freaking strong. So like that that is where it came from, uh, and why I went pretty wild. Um, Michelle says they're going extinct about werewolves. Oh my god. I mean, technically, I guess. Oh, Jabberwocky Stories says Noah's my favorite alpha. Oh, that's so sweet. Um, I love Noah. A lot of people have told me they love Noah, which I was very happy about. Um, so, like, I'm glad it came across. Oh, okay. Did I miss any questions? Does anyone else have any other questions? Dog bedtime. You have to leave for 5 minutes on dog bedtime. That's really cute. Oh my god. Um, say goodnight to your dogs for us. Noah's an ideal boyfriend, says E. I mean, he actually cares about her feelings, so yeah. Oh, okay. Cloud says, "What's your writing process?" It's absolute chaos. It's absolute chaos. So, I this one in particular like was extra chaotic, but the whole series I wrote originally as a script, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'll like write a general notes outline for myself that's not like an outline because I prefer to just like jot down my ideas and I'll write it like really poorly, as in I will write like as if I'm texting someone, so it's like, and I don't use any punctuation or anything. I just like dump out my thoughts, and then I look at those notes that I've taken, and I am like, okay, I remember this scene that I painted in my head, and I just describe what I'm seeing. That's kind of what I do, and because I do it based off of like what I'm inspired by or what I'm interested in my head, that means I write completely out of order. So sometimes I will write, like normally sometimes I'll write the beginning first or like a few chapters in first. So it's still kind of like establishing things. uh, but otherwise I will jump around. Maybe I'll write the middle, I'll write the ending first, or like very soon into it. Um, and yeah, just wherever it takes me until I fill it all out. And then like as we're editing, I always end up like writing another chapter or two. So there's that. Um, hopefully that describes it enough. I'm trying to summarize because it can be chaotic. But yeah, thank you for your question, Cloud. Um, what, who did I? I'm sorry if I didn't thank anyone else for their questions. You can see me writing. Oh, wait, I said it out of order. Cloud says I'm guilty of not starting stuff because I can't think of a beginning. Yeah, that's why it's so helpful to just go to the middle or or like wherever you're thinking of first. Like that's my method of getting around that. I swear by it. Because like yeah, you can get really structured. Like that's also why I don't really like outlines too much, because I'll start to feel like, oh no, but in the outline it's supposed to go like this, and like it becomes like me trying to shove something in that doesn't fit anymore now that the book is like more fleshed out. So anyway, um but yeah, I don't write my book on napkins and post-it notes, but I would, like I write it instead on random, like I do like the digital version of that, just like absolutely random pieces of like documents. Sometimes I'll like text someone and be like, I'm thinking about this, and then I'll like copy and paste that into my notes. So it is pretty wild. I do have like a baby notebook that I write some ideas into. Anyway, it's a wild time. So basically, yeah, you're right. You're right, E. Um, Michelle, Mini Shell Design says, how do you manage to finish a book? With all the anxieties and OCD trying to stop you, I mean. Oh, that is a great question. It's really hard. For anyone else who struggles with these things, like you're not alone if you struggle with these things. Any like neurodiversity or any mental health conditions that are like preventing you, or even like, because I also have chronic illnesses that are like physical chronic illnesses. Oh no, you're okay. You can ask me loaded questions. I like we know each other well, by the way. Michelle's also a mod, so you're allowed. um, uh, yeah. So for me, how it impacts me is that I will start to get kind of hung up on those things. So it does help to not write in order, like to like go the full opposite direction and just write like chaos machine. So that really helps me finish to the end, because I'm not like, oh, I have to write perfectly in order. And like speaking for myself and like OCD, I almost said privileges because I just saw it. Michelle said special mod privileges. um, no, I would not call anything OCD to be a privilege. So for me, how it impacts me is that I will start to worry, like number one, worry that I am causing harm somehow in my writing. Um, so I have to really focus, not in an avoidance way, but in a way of being like, you know what? Some people will read this, maybe they won't like it, maybe it will bother someone somehow. I also like have to be very aware that I'm going to be editing this, and I have to be careful during the editing process to allow Kayla, my editor, to have the like some of the like a carry like a a heavier weight in her opinion than my opinion, because OCD and all the different mental health conditions I have will make my opinion extremely cruel. We talked about this yesterday, so it will like, and I don't want to suck the life out of my work, so I have to like trust her judgment and not allow myself to go back over that and over it again. Otherwise, that will completely inhibit the process. um, oh, E, thanks for stopping by. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Good luck with taking care of the doggos. And thank you. Thanks for the congrats. Uh, yeah, what else was I going to say about that? Um, okay, yeah. So with the harm stuff, it gets especially bad with writing spicy books, which is why I also wanted to do this, because I kind of like challenging myself during like the writing process. So I keep it very contained within my like my space, of like how I want to express something without picturing what other people are going to think about it. Obviously, like I have to be careful not to make it an avoidance thing, because if it is, that will make OCD latch on even worse. So it's more of just like, you know what, I can't worry about that right now. Like that's not what I'm doing. I can't solve this problem right now. I have to like focus on what I care about, which is like getting stories out that mean something to me. So anyway, long-winded explanation. There's a lot of different pieces to it, but that's like how I try to combat that, like a few ways how. uh, let's see, what else did I miss? Cloud had, oh yes, okay, Cloud's question. Let me see, how long has it been that I've been answering question? Let's see. Okay, I'll still do more Q&A until you all feel like let's hurry and let's hurry and sign some books. Yeah, thank you for asking that great question, Michelle. I really appreciate it. It's like, especially when the book like relates to PTSD and OCD, that means a lot. I could talk about how PTSD impacts it too, because that's a whole different beast. Okay. Cloud says, when writing characters, how do you make them distinct? Like, I feel like an issue I have is worrying that they're too much the same without their own motivations and stuff. Oh, that is a good question. I think, like, naturally, your writing might, like, anybody's writing, when I say you, anyone's writing might end up kind of having, like, the same tone throughout it. And I don't know if that's, like, always a bad thing. What I try to do is like develop a strong personality in my head of like how they speak, how they carry their body, like how, like what their living space is like. So like fleshing them out personality wise to be like, wait a minute, like this person who has like a super messy room, and who's like kind of quiet, wouldn't like clean their house and like go and have like a bunch of parties, you know what I mean? So like I try to think of aspects about them that maybe that would change how they talk and things. So with Noah, for example, he's shy, but he also has like PTSD, and let's be honest, he has anxiety. It's not mentioned in the book. And he also has a stutter. So, and that it gets worse the more anxious he gets, but it's not caused necessarily by anxiety. That's just something that impacts it more. So that changes how he holds himself. He's also like extremely serious a lot of the time, but then like obviously like you said, Aaliyah brings out the goofy side of him. So he's very different from Aaliyah, who's a preschool teacher and like is pretty vocal about how she's like feeling now, especially with him. So yeah, I guess I don't know if that helps, but I do think that thinking of like sometimes like people also just hold their bodies differently. Like he's big, so he's gonna have a different experience in the world and like imagine and say things differently than someone with like the perspective of someone who's like small, like in every way, you know. So I that kind of adds more dynamics, I would say, to characters. Um, but yeah, thank you for the fun question. Does that answer your question? I hope so. Michelle says, "Do you make character sheets like bios and everything?" I do. I don't really like to, like, actually, for my own personal reference, I don't. I make it for other people. In my head, I try to form a personality for them, and then that's like solidified as a person in my head, and then that's like how I go about it. But sometimes when it's like usually the first 10 minutes of a story idea, I will write down like this is what the characters like, how they carry themselves in the world, um, whether it's like their personality or anything else, and then I just have that in my head the rest of the time. So my version of a character sheet is just like he's shy, he's stoic, but he's also really against these things and vocal about it, and like that's like Noah's notes for myself. Like I said, chaos writer. I feel like it would probably be helpful to flesh it out more, and have like a sheet to reference. But for me, my brain doesn't work like that, especially because I already did comics. So actually, I like to draw them or like make them in the Sims so I can see them visually. I think that helps. I can't skip any more ads, so we're about to go to ads. Let's do like a couple more questions. So like think of your question while we're doing ads, and I'm going to grab the stuff to start signing books. Signing books. Cause yeah, I have a box of books right here. And then I have to show you like, actually, I really want to show you the packaging that I have for this one. Let me grab it. I think I accidentally left it over here. So sorry. Here's one. Okay, so yes, I will show you what I'm using to package these. Actually, I need to check. Sorry, this is kind of loud. I need to check if these have like a sticky thing on the back. Like if it's adequately sticky. Okay, yes. Because some of these like have their stickers, like wax seal stickers, but they have like fake sticky stuff on the back, like fake adhesive, and it doesn't, or they act like it's adhesive and it doesn't work literally at all. So this one luckily is not like that. Okay, these ads for some reason are just going and going. There's a longer one, but that's fine. I will show you everything in a second. I also realized my mic is on the wrong side of me for packaging stuff, so let me put it over here and move. Oh no, problem. Creating a problem. I almost dropped all these books. Okay. I hope that isn't loud. I'll try to set you down gently. Your ears. That's so weird to say. Anyway, don't mind me. Okay. I believe we're back from ads. Oops. Squeak. So, this is the paper we'll be using. Has butterflies and flowers on it. Oh wait, I have to do your final question too. Welcome back. Welcome back from ads. Welcome back from ads. Okay. We'll do like one or two more questions. One or two more questions. How does that sound? Does anyone have like anything burning they would like to ask? If not, I will quickly answer Cloud's question. But I want to give people a chance if they haven't had a chance yet. Jabberwocky Stories and Michelle at the same time said the paper's pretty. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, also, this is like, can you see it? I'm gonna cover my face. Is it working? Why isn't it? Please? Yay, now it's focusing. I don't know if you can see it. Basically, like, there's like raised like 3D flowers, like with little petals. I thought it was like the coolest wax sticker, so I wanted to use it, and it like matches the purple on the book. So I wanted to use that for this one. But yeah, okay. So, one of the last questions. You're still welcome to ask one more, but if no one has any other questions, this can be the last one. Cloud asks, how do you feel about comics versus writing would be my final question. The struggles in both. Oh my gosh. Well, with comics, I definitely have to like come up with the script first, and I have to like describe how I visualize them more like in a very like weirdly basic way. So it's very different from books where I have to like fully paint the picture. I can just draw it for the comics, just. But like so it's like sometimes easier to write those scripts because it's like really fast. The problem is then it takes like years and years and years to write it and like get through the script, whereas with writing novels it just, I can write it really fast. I can't tell you how fast I wrote one of them. Some of them I write insanely fast, like it's bad. And then other ones take a little bit longer, but I think that that's kind of fun. Like I kind of like how fast that I can just have a full book written. Like it's kind of entertaining. And I do think that like even though I have to describe things in a much more detailed way in books, it does like get the point across faster than me having to sit down and like draw all the details. It's just that like with comics too, I kind of learned how to have some hacks to make it shorter. It just doesn't really lessen the workload because it's meant to be like a lot of different people doing it, you know what I mean? So I would say they both are a lot of work. I can absolutely publish way more books than I can in the time I would need to do a single comic. So yeah. That's how they differ mainly, like the like, other than that actually, like I love how dialogue based comics are. Like in books, that's my favorite part, like getting to the dialogue. So that makes sense probably. Even reading my books probably. Anyway, okay. Thank you for the great questions. There was a lot of really fun ones. If you have any more while I'm like packaging these things, you're absolutely welcome to still ask me things, of course. I will just start. What was I gonna say? I can't type at the same time. What I'm doing also is like putting in the chat a link if you would like to grab your copy, like if you didn't get a chance, so that I can sign your book potentially. Okay, so this is, wait, let me fix that. Basically, King Luna just launched. Here we go. Oh my lord. Okay, so that has like a bunch of links to it. If you have wanted to get a copy on my website, I will be able to sign it for you. Uh, I I think we could quickly do a wheel again because let's see how many how many can I do right now? I might be able to get through them all. Like I think I would be able to get through them all. So I don't know if we have to do a wheel. Yeah, one, two. Because like some of them are hardcovers and they haven't arrived, which I feel terrible about. So I'm very sorry about that. I could always do another live stream where I sign those ones because I really wanted to sign them all. I feel so bad, but shipping has been kind of crazy. I just got these yesterday, the paperbacks. Thank God. So I think we'll just go in order. Um, let's see. I'll tell you what the last two digits of the order number is. So, like, okay, wait, I have to do the setting on my, so I can see them all. I'll tell you what the last two digits of your order number is, and then you can tell me if you would like it to be signed. Or how you would like it to be signed. Like if you'd like me to dedicate it in any certain way, with a certain name, or anything like that. So, the first. Oh, also, I actually missed your message. Like, I replied to it in my head, Jabberwocky Stories. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad you like the wax seals so much. You have them on your desk? That's so cute. Okay, I'm pinning in the chat where you can get, like, it has all the links. Oh no. I accidentally pinned Cloud's dino emoji on Twitch. I pinned the link for where you can grab your copy of King Luna if you haven't already. But yeah, thank you to everybody who has already supported this launch in so many ways. I'm going to help you be able to see this. Let's turn you. Oh, there's my water. Let's move it back. And my mouse. Oops. Okay. So, first book that I'm going to sign. The end of your order number is 86. Actually, this is Jabberwocky Stories, isn't it? I want to sign your book. I'm going to sign your book. Hooray! Tell me if there's any certain way that you'd like it to be dedicated. I would be happy to. But, yeah, let's see. You're on chapter 3. That's me, says Jabberwocky Stories. Yay! Yay! Okay. Yeah, I would be very happy to sign it and dedicate it however you wish. In some other books, I had drawn a little wolf on it. I could do that. I could write your name. Just to Christina Inspired. Okay, yay! Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. And now I will dedicate it. If you've never watched one of these streams of mine, I can't write and talk. I'm so sorry in advance. I'm so sorry in advance. It doesn't work. I'm like afraid that I'll like write something that I like write something that I did not want to, just because like I'm talking out loud, if that makes sense. Oh my god, hang on, I have to check something real fast about the, like I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone's orders that come in. So, let's see. Okay. But yeah, I thank you so much for reading already, Cloud. Has anyone else started reading already? I know actually Jabberwocky Stories has, because you read the whole thing and you were very sweet. You left the sweetest review, which meant so much to me. Oh my goodness. I like can't even handle how sweet everybody has been. You want a wolf? Okay, I will draw a little wolf in your book as well. I just have to like stop talking for 1 second. Oh no. Well, I am so sorry. I went all the way down the page. That was like terrible spacing. Okay. Also, I feel like I'm not like close enough to where you can see me better. Is that better? You can see more now. I can also make my webcam bigger if needed. A little wolf. Okay. My left-handedness makes things really wild. There you go. Little wolf in the corner. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for your order. I'm so excited to be able to send this to you. Hooray! Hooray! Yeah, I really can't believe that this is happening still. Like that this series, I can't believe that it ended. It hasn't sunken in. I keep being like, oh, maybe it'll sink in during the, like, tomorrow. Maybe it'll sink in, like, during the live stream. Neither of those things have happened. Also, like, this is monstrously thick. This book. I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try to fold this. It's like, oh wow. It's like a box. It's like, it's literally like wrapping a box. Okay. You're ambidextrous. Oh, yeah, I like, I feel like I'm kind of forced to be ambidextrous in some ways, but I'm definitely not with writing. But yay, I'm glad you liked it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for ordering a copy. Okay. Gotta put this little... It's so satisfying. Yeah, I'm glad. Here's your book. Thank you again. You can't wrap anything, you said. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think like I've done a lot of these now, so it's definitely a lot easier than it was before, I would say. Oh, whoops, I accidentally went off my stream manager on Twitch. I'm going to just write your order number. Wait, it was 82, right? I'm not making that up. 86. Good thing I didn't do that. 86. Snooze. Okay. Got that one. Now, the next one we have is order number 92. 92. If you are in the chat, let me know if you would like me to dedicate it any certain way. This beast, it's so big. It's so huge. What did I do? I don't know. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how this happened. Okay. Yes. Order, like your order number ends in 92. If you would like me to sign your book in any certain way, feel free to let me know. I'm gonna draw a little wolf in it in the meantime. Luckily I am able to like draw things and talk at the same time a little bit better than write and talk at the same time. Maybe I should put a little, I don't know, where should I put the little wolf? Like down here? I feel like it doesn't have enough room. Okay, I'll just do it right here. And this one. Oh my god. I have fun drawing these little guys. They're like imperfect, but it's a kind of part of the charm, I guess, huh? I don't think that there's like any notes on here of how to... Nope. Okay, well, I am going to wrap this one up because there were no notes on my website either. So if, at least I added a little guy, a little wolf in here. I don't know, is it supposed to be Noah or Leah? I think it's supposed to be Noah in my head. His goofy wolf. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for ordering. It's fun to get to wrap these on stream and chat with everybody. Hang on, I need more space. There we go. I have to like use my arms. Use my whole body. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. This is like when I have to like wrap the hardcovers. Oh no. I did it. Yeah, the hardcovers are like really thick. I'm afraid like once these finally arrive in hardcover, I can't imagine how thick they're gonna be. Well, actually I can if I look. I believe they were, God, I can't remember the exact size, but they were pretty thick. It was kind of shocking. It was a little bit shocking, but I can't imagine how it's going to look once I can see them. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for pre-ordering order number 92. This person ordered all the way back in April, which was very sweet. I'm gonna have to buy bigger tissue paper. Literally like I was having to buy bigger tissue paper. Did I say 96? I meant to say 92. That's why I was getting 82 and 90. I mean, 86 and 92 mixed up. This says 92. It says 92 right here. So it's correct. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you again. Okay. This one... That one's hardcover. Okay. Order, like if your order ends in 94, I am going to sign your book. I shall sign it. Hang on, I just need to see. There was one that I just got over the weekend too that I have to. Okay, well, I just remember that one. There's one like from the past event I had this weekend, but Dalkos says it was fun. You have to go, it was fun. Oh my gosh, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your great questions and for your support. It was fun to chat with you too. Okay, this is going to be number 94. I'll write that down on this notepad. I will draw a little wolf in it. Thank you so much. If you're watching this back, thank you so much for your order and for like your dedication. Also, like Jabberwocky Stories also ordered in January. That was so sweet. Okay. I don't believe this person's in the chat either, but thank you so much again. I am very excited to send this. I'm excited to send it out. Oh, I didn't show you all the bookmarks today. We looked at them last night on here. I think they're really cute, but I accidentally made a design fail also. So I don't know if I should tell you. I told everyone yesterday. It's pretty bad. Okay. It's fine. You're okay. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of it. Watch me like totally mess this up because I just said that. Oh. It went smoothly. Tell me, says Winnie Sheldon Signs. Okay, so yeah, some of you already know this from our stream yesterday. Hang on, let me tell you in a second. Thank you so much. Thank you. Order number 94. I can't wait to mail this to you. I'm gonna try to mail it in the morning because I have Patreon mail. I have a lot to mail. Oh, okay, it's fine. It made its own stack. Oh yes, there's more books in the box. So, here, wait. Let me just grab these books out and then I'll tell you the wild thing that I realized. Okay, so these are the bookmarks they're gonna be like in everybody's orders. These are the bookmarks. So like it's double-sided, so I'll just show you the front and back at the same time. So like there's like on this one, like part of the cover art, it just wants to focus on me only. Basically it says like he gives me hope again. Thought it was a cute quote. And then I had to put like the QR, which I was like saying yesterday, because I like in case like people are just getting this as a freebie and they can't afford to pick up a book, like sometimes that happens in person. I like to have this so that they can still know where to get the ebook, like find it on Kindle Unlimited. And then I put like a little quote on the back so that if you want to just flip it to this side and not see the QR code, it would still be cute on this side. So it says, It says, I know fate might have brought us together, but I hope you know you'd still be my choice. So, a little cute quote on the back, right? So, like, the printing looks amazing, which I was excited about on both sides. It looks really cute, but I was not, like, when you print things, you see, like, the uncropped version. So I was not aware that the trees in the background would look like a giant penis when they're cropped. There's snowy trees. This one's like drooping over a little bit. It did not look like this. I had a massive design fail. That's what it was. Yesterday I was like dying laughing because yesterday was the first day I saw it. It's the first day I saw. I was like, oh no, what did I do? I was like, it looks like subliminal messaging. It looks like I was like, yeah, there's a massive. I won't continue. It's an Easter egg, says Michelle. Ope, says Jabberwocky Stories. I know, it would have been perfect for Hot and Steamy. It took like 2.5 weeks to ship to me. And for no reason, because it got shipped to UPS. They used UPS to send it to USPS to send it to me, and I have no idea why all these shipping companies decided to do it that way. Jabberwocky Stories, well, oopsie poopsies. That's what you said. That's so funny. Well, yeah, so that's that. I still think they're cute. It's just really funny if you like know, because now that's all my brain sees. So I'm very sorry if that's all your brain sees. I wanted it to be wholesome and adorable, but best laid plans, I guess. That was my design fail. Oh my god. Okay. Next one. Let's see. Next one is going to be number 97. Order number 97. Actually, I think this person said that they wanted to. Oh wait, no. That was a different person with the same name. This is like, I don't know. Is this person in the chat? Are you in the chat? If your order number ends with 97, feel free to tell me how you'd like me to dedicate your book. Otherwise, I will draw a cute little wolf at the very least. It's the cheap method, says Michelle Designs. Yeah, UPS is really slow. I like never like to use them. But this wasn't even a heavy box. That's why I was like, why did you even use them in the first place? Unless they have like a deal with them. Maybe that's why. Oh, Cloud, thank you so much. Thanks for coming and thank you for reading already. I hope you get some good rest. I'm glad you're getting to read before bed. It's really sweet. Oops. Oh my gosh. Thank you for all your great questions as well. Oops. This one's fluff went a little high. Oh well. Still cute. I gave that one a bigger nose than the others had. He so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes sense. That makes total sense if UPS just picks up a giant one. I mean, maybe they took forever to pick up that deal. I mean, the giant, like, group of them. I almost said something else. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you so much to order number 97. I can't wait to send it. Oh no. I ripped it a little bit, but I think since this is the part that folds over, it will be okay. I, like, total side note, I'm so obsessed with sleep tokens. Also, like, I know I keep using the word obsessed. I don't know how people feel about that word, but I guess because I have OCD, it's like, whatever. I can do whatever I want. And it's not like an OCD obsession, I don't think. Anyway, I really love Sleep Token, like, way too much. And then I realized that I accidentally, like, kept using their songs only on my posts. So I was like, oh, that's a problem. So, that happened. They're just all too good. I feel like now other music just doesn't sound as good to me. Isn't that weird? Yay! Okay. Here is your book. Thank you so much again. Thank you for pre-ordering. I'm so excited for you to read. Alright. Okay, let's see. This one was a big bundle order. Oh my gosh, thank you. Order number, like your order number ends in 98. I don't think this person's was able to come to the stream. I was just thinking about that. Sorry, I got very quiet. Oh my gosh. I will definitely sign it for sure. And it's requesting to be signed. If your order ends in 98, I'm going to do it right now. Okay, I believe that I know what this person would want me to have in here, so I will quickly write a message. Oh my gosh, thanks for coming, Jabberwocky Stories. That totally makes sense. Thanks for staying late. I'm so glad you were able to come too. And thank you so much again for ordering. I can't wait to send the book. Also, like, for leaving a review, as I said, that was just very so sweet and like helps so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to make sure, hang on, because this person has like a nickname and a full name. I want to make sure, like, they have told me to use either one, but I'm going to use what's on their profile. Alright. Oops, I messed up. Okay, then I'll draw a little wolf up here. This one, no, this looks like Noah for sure because he's a big boy. Oh, I didn't spoil any. I should have spoiled some illustrations. I keep forgetting. Like, I keep forgetting that it's different, that my book has illustrations inside of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, thank you so much to. Thank you so much to the person who ordered, like, whose order number is 98. That was very sweet. I'm excited to send you my art prints. That's what made me think of it. I, like, well, it was that, and then also, like, there's a cute, I got to draw some cute wolf art inside this book. And I feel like dogs and wolves are just big babies, like forever babies. I don't know. I think they're precious. Okay. Because, I don't know, Noah just has like such a cute energy in his wolf form. There we go. Here is the book in order number 98. Thank you so much for grabbing a bundle. I can't wait to send this to you with your art prints. Oh my gosh. I'm very excited. Okay. Let's see. If anybody, let's see, this one is, I did number 97, right? Yes. And then this is a hardcover. Okay. I think I got the ones on my website. Let me just double check. Yes. I think I got all the ones signed from my website for now, since there's like the hardcovers also. I can't wait to do those as well. I don't know, maybe I will have to just do another stream so that you can see it. But thank you so much again, everybody, for supporting this launch. We can still stay a few more minutes. We can go a little bit for like longer, I mean. But I don't know. I feel like it's late. Probably all need to go to bed. I'm very excited to send these out to you. I had so much fun answering your questions and reading the excerpt. So thank you so much for being here. But like also, I just can't believe that like a bunch of you have supported me even before I started this series, or like all the way from the beginning of this series, or like maybe you started reading in book 2 or something. Like, people have just been so kind. I don't even know how to thank you enough, because it just means so much to me. This book, like, especially this third one, I feel like is just extra special to me, because of like a lot of the meanings behind it. But since like Aaliyah has like gone through so much, she's like a survivor, and she's like rebuilding her life. So a lot of people have like told me how much it meant to them, which just means a lot to me. It's like, yeah, I really, I can't thank you enough for like how people have been willing to share those things with me, and also just to trust in me, and continue supporting my books like from the start of every launch. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here. If you have anything else you want to share with me, like update me on how you're doing or anything like that, we can chat about it real fast before we go. Otherwise, I hope that you have a great night. I can't wait to hear what you think about this. If you really want to support the launch, the best way to do that is to leave a review, or just like even a star rating helps. The like basically it helps if it gets to like above 50, or some people say like 100, 150, which is a lot. We're not gonna get there overnight, but yeah, so any little bit helps in that way. I wanted to check and see how it is doing. Yeah, because like it will help it in a whole number of ways. But people, like some of my ARC readers and beta readers, that already left reviews, which is a huge help, and just super generous to take the time to do that and like volunteer to do that. So thank you so much. Other than that, I really love doing these streams, so thank you so much for being here and for like hanging out with me. Yeah, the rank is pretty far down. The top one is 5,073. So it's got some work to do. I probably could put it in like better categories, like more strategic categories, but it's a little bit hard with this type of romance because it has like so much competition. So like I don't know how effective that would be, but I could see. I'll do some research. The bisexual erotica genre, that one, it's at 7,727. So pretty far down. Nowhere near the top. Oh my god. With Soul Survivors, I still don't even know how that happened. It went really high up and I was extremely impressed. Also, like My Shy Alpha book 1, when I had the sale, it was really high. It was at number 1 in a couple categories, and pretty high on the free, like the Kindle free store. So that was insanely impressive. I never thought that like, I thought it would take many years to get to that. So I'm not like bothered by this. I'm not usually like someone who checks rankings. I'm checking just because last time everyone was so excited when Soul Survivors ranked that I was like, I better just make sure I'm not missing any important information. But yeah, if you would like to boost the rank, leaving a rating automatically like bumps it up. It's kind of wild how that happens. But anyway, if you go to the link in the chat, it has like a bunch of the bookstores, like the link that's pinned. It has a bunch of different bookstores that, oh, it's not pinned anymore. Let me put it back in here. It has a bunch of bookstores in there that you can access those review pages easier. But otherwise, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. Again, like, it just means a lot to support this book, especially when it's special to me and is like the final one in the series. Here, we can look at the stack again. The complete stack. Like, what the heck? I still can't believe it. I need to take a better picture in proper lighting. But yeah, thank you for helping me to make this happen. I really I'm just really grateful to have you here and to be able to share these moments with you. Thank you. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for the congrats. It's really cool. I'm so excited. But okay. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are, and take care of yourself. Main takeaway from this book: you're definitely not alone. You deserve to be who you know you are in your heart, and to be surrounded by people who support you in that. So I hope that you take the best of care. You deserve it. And I will see you very soon. I'm going to just keep doing more streams, like especially on Twitch. On YouTube, I love doing streams too. I used to do them years ago, just randomly. So Let me know. Should I start doing that again? I will. I need to post videos too. I'll do it tomorrow. I have one ready. Anyway, okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks again, Claude. I know you left, but thanks for being here. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Jabberwocky Stories. You had left too, but I really appreciate you being here. Thanks, Christina. Thank you, Jaguar. Thank you, E. Bye. Goodbye. Who else was here? Who else was here? Dollcost here. Thank you for being here too. And then anyone else who's lurking, you are still just as important. Thanks for supporting the stream. Okay. Bye, everybody. Yes, you are still here, Michelle. I thanked you, right? Okay. Thank you again. Thank you for modding. Thank the mods. Oh my gosh.